Hello everyone, it's Laura with Laughing Dogs Book Nook, and I just decided that I'd turn on the camera while I was working on this cover. I've already done the first step, which was to prepare the spine and then put this canvas material. Let me get in frame, push you back. This canvas material, and then I glued it over the three sides. And now I'm doing the second step of how I do this kind of a cover, and I'm taking just a very, very thin material. I did the very same thing on this cover. I put the canvas, oh, you can see I've put the, excuse me, I'm trying to get my camera angle here. You can see that I went ahead and put on the flowers. Now, wow, I can't get myself acclimated. There it is. I was going to put on the large flowers and put 3. It wasn't the right color of pink. It was really weird. It looked peach when it was on the up next to the color of the spine. So I had to go ahead and use the smaller. I think they're just as nice. They're very, very soft, and they cover. So that's what we want. We want to have the spine covered by whatever way you want to do it. And then I think you've seen that I put the sequined trim. Let's see if I can get it to sparkle. Anyway, I put the sequin trim on that side, and then I put this beautiful dark pink crochet trim on this side. And so underneath is, I don't think you can really even see it anymore with the paper on, but there's a very thin, let's see if I can get it up here. You see sort of a pink and white dots. There's a very thin fabric under there. And so that's how I did that particular cover. And then with this one, I took I haven't even done the spine on this one yet because I'm going to sew through. I took the Collage, which was on a thin piece of cardstock, and I took bigger pieces and I turned them under. I turned the corner of the cardstock with all these pieces and glued them to the underside of the cardstock. Then I glued the cardstock on so that all the edges are finished. So you can see it's under there. So all those edges are finished, and then of course I have that on the inside. And I just haven't finished the spine yet because I haven't, it's not a binder. It's going to be one where the signatures are sewn in. And I have to decide if I'm going to sew through the spine or not. So my second step here, after I ramble on, sorry about that, is that I get a piece of fabric, and really this is too big. You just need to give yourself about 1 inch on each end. And you want to glue. I always glue just a small amount at first, especially with something this wide, because then I want to be able to get that fairly straight while I'm, and then you can come back and add more glue. And that's all we're doing right now. It's kind of like watching the grass grow, because it's not even like when you watch people ink, because at least you can see the outcome happening right there. This one you've got to wait for me to put all the glue on, and then you might see something. But my daughter was venting to me this morning. She works really long, early hours. She has several 6 a.m. classes during the week and a couple of 5:30 a.m. classes during the week that she teaches. And she was trying to get out of her parking garage where she lives. And she said, "Mama, this girl, she just kept going in, back and forth and back and forth. She wanted to back into her parking place." And she goes, "I can't blame her for that. It's hard to get around in here. People have big vehicles and big trucks and stuff. Anyway, the girl was going back and forth and back and forth. She said, I was just about to get out of my car and go say, could I back that in for you, honey? When finally she made it in and I could go on by, and she goes, Mama, she was driving such a tiny little car. I can't even tell you. She was driving a shoe. And I just started laughing. I was like, a shoe? And she goes, it was so tiny. It was like she was driving a shoe. And she could not get it into the parking space. And I thought, that is great. I would never have come up with she was driving a shoe. But I guess, you know, when it's 5 in the morning and you've got to drive quite a ways, you really just want to be able to get on with it. You don't want to sit there watching somebody trying to back themselves into a parking spot. So I'll do that first. Make sure, no, there's nobody here, dear. It's just me beating on the book. That's all it is. Don't worry. You don't have to defend us from anyone. He's always on the watch if there's a mailman or a delivery person or just children out playing. Then he's got to bark and keep us safe. Oh, I think he's on the move. This is the part, and this is an antique sheet. I just love using this kind of thing. So this is the part where my newly finished collage for this book will go. This is the collage I've made for this book. If I can get it there, kind of. And so it will go on over all of that. But this is a snippet roll. Well, there it is. There it is. This is a part of a snippet roll. And finish gluing all this down. And that'll be perfect. And you all will all have videos for ideas. I mean, I'm sure you're going to have fabulous ideas. I can't wait to hear about your ideas. But that way there will be ideas out there for those of you who've asked for them. And I will be bringing out some new chenille packs next week. Just cut this in. And then that is the beauty of a thinner fabric. I don't have to fight with it so much. Some of the fabrics I've used in the past, goodness, I've had to fight with them. So, let's try this and see where we get. We're just all in pink today, aren't we? Hello again. Had a little technical error, meaning operator technical error. I was trying to get this done, and my camera wanted to shut off. Glue it down. So, and the paper will go down beautifully over it, and this will have pattern paper over this. I will put some pattern paper here as well over the canvas, and then here I will put some lace across. And of course on this side the lace will be covered under the pattern paper and over here as well. And so that's what I like to do because it just finishes everything up, and I think it looks cleaner. I just like the look of it. It's a little bit extra steps, but I think in the end, then it looks nice. And this is how that will be. So I want to say thanks. I'm going to turn the camera off now and do the other side. And then I'll come back when I am putting on the lace and putting on the paper. Okay? We'll see you then. Bye-bye.